Today we start the new season with an AFC West division battle right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Brown. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now they send a man in motion right.
Let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Brown. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play, but it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle with these defenses throw at him.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Williams brings it in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes it over and ensues. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So nothing doing there. And it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll try and run here with Barber. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and now it's third down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Gun, gun. Gun.
Here's Wilson. They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. All Nichols there on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of it.
Here's Brown to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now this one complete on the slant route. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
And the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Darren Browning, the one who brought him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Barber. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put him in command before it. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Brown now looking to throw on second down. To the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Looking to throw. Brown. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This will be taken at the 10. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with a 21-0 lead already, no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down.
At the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Judy. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Allen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
On third down, Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Jump right.
To throw is Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Brown. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 65 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Brown sliding out of the pocket. Open, and it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Raiders are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 24.
Broncos 31, Raiders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, Parker, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Pushes him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down in a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Now Wilson, option right. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson, 44 yards. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Brown on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Second down and 4.
It's a pick at the 6. Brings up second and 4.
On the counter, here's Williams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Take it in at the 22. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd down and 1.
19, Tiger, Warriors 70, Buffalo 18, Chap 60, Chap 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Off play action. Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.